Okay, we're back. Now, I'm not going to go into Elf. I gave it some thought. I'm going to follow the usual path. We're going to go into Vaults, and we'll just get some experience here. Probably go into Elf after this. I don't know. It really depends on how I decide to handle slime. I mean, we have the resistances to do slime, but we don't really have a particularly awesome way of killing TRJ. If I find some more immolate, because we used up all of our immolate, then I may go for the Torment immolation plan. That'll be particularly nice on this character because I'm resistant to Torment. On the other hand, I have such little hit points that I don't really want to risk it, you know? Getting shot by acid blobs to death, it just doesn't seem like a good time. Okay, this sucks. Fighting these guys is kind of unfun when you're using ranged. Haven't quite thought of a good way for a Trog Worshipper to take those guys out. Other than to Berserk and go to town with melee, but that's not always an option. And generally by this point in the game you'd like to not be using Berserk. It's just a very dangerous tool, in my opinion. Okay, I will go ahead and use the MR++. Wow, you need so much MR to guarantee yourself to not be hit by Sentinel's mark. Still 1%, even with the MR plus on. Anyway, I need to kill this, flayed ghost. I'm beginning to think that while bows are more satisfying to use, throwing is probably better overall because you get penetration. Most of the time you get penetration. I don't know for sure. But then again, penetration isn't strictly required. It just makes things better. Okay, we'll use this long hallway. It's a dead end, but... Alright, that's okay. We can kill the ghost now. Alright, so we're marked, but as I said, this is a dead end. Oh wait, no it's not, it leads into here. Which is eventually a dead end. We're going to use this as sort of a kill hall. And I don't care if I'm marked, right? We don't have blink or anything, but I think we'll be okay nonetheless. Well, let's back up a bit. Let the poison do some of the work here. Oh, I should have left. I forgot about this warden. Alright, that's fine. We're going to teleport. We'll walk away from this mighted dragon. Okay, they're going to come from this direction. We'll just kill them as they come. This would be a little easier if my bow was better. Okay, let's put up MR++ for this guy. Try to get the confuse. It doesn't work. He gets the convoke or word of recall, whatever it's called. But he doesn't summon anything too dangerous, and we clear it all out. Alright, so that worked out. Thanks to the power of bows. And we have a scroll of blinking. Very excellent. We'll use MR++ to deal with this mage. Don't want to get paralyzed. I just pulled back because that doorway offered me a chance to not get hit by two things at the same time for a little while. Okay, that was a very feisty Vaults 1. Let's try Vaults 2. Well, clearly we want to use MR++ first so we can't get paralyzed. Turns out we still can get paralyzed. I didn't realize that. We're going to wear Pro Magic all the time on account of that. And we'll just drop the protection +5. We have enough AC, it's fine. Let's go back down, let's go back up. Cannot be slept by this guy. And we're very, very, well, not immune, but resistant to his poison attacks, so we took him down pretty easy. Let's walk away from all this. We're getting hit a bit by these ogres, but no big deal, really. Ogres can't do much to me at this point with my defenses. Oh, come on. I'll just go to a different staircase. Whoa! That's an exciting staircase. Take out the demonologist, since he is a threat. Phantom Mirror, good to have. So I'm able to get really rapid wins, really reliably safe wins with this strategy. I occasionally make a pretty bad mistake. But for the most part, these wins are safe. It's one of the reasons I like this Trog into bows strategy. because of how reliable it is. I was just thinking about how I nearly died to Donald in the last video. Wow, +3 speed triple crossbow. That'd be really nice if we were going crossbows. Anyway, yeah, I was just thinking about how incredibly avoidable that was, and how it was just a pure misplay. But barring stuff like that, you really just can't lose these characters without misplaying badly. Or, of course, you know, some really obnoxiously low percentage chance of something happening. Hey, talking about like a wand on D3. And even that can be dealt with if you're like an ogre. Manual of Charms. That'll be nice when we swap. Oh. We want MR++ on when we fight ogres, ogre mages. Okay. We'll go down. Be cool if I find some gloves of archery. Or if Trog would gift me a speed bow. That'd be neat. Okay, we don't want to get paralyzed, so start by using that. Really, I don't want to fight all this stuff at the same time. But this thing's faster than me, so I need to take it out first. Now we can walk away. We get smited a bit. I want to take him out so we can't, Oh, geez. Forget this. I'll just use the teleport. And I'm glad that I did so. Put on regen again. I'll take out the Vault Warden. And I will leave. Going down a different staircase. Sometimes it's better to just bail, start over. That's the story of this game. Bail and start over. That's a good ring. I want to drop this quasi-slaying ring. I mean, it's really strength, but yeah, I do. I'd rather have RF+, well, RF++, AC +3. Well, I don't know, though. That gives me 5 EV. That's pretty significant. Yeah, I think we'll stick with the strength +7 ring. Because it gives me 4 EV from the ring and then another 1 from the strength, and it's giving me a bit of a damage boost, I believe, from the strength. Okay. I gotta know what's going through Trog's head. Sending me crossbows. Is it just that he doesn't know the difference between a crossbow and a bow? Is that what's going on? I'm gonna drop some of this stuff. But yeah, I think he's given me 2 triple crossbows now. Wait, no, just the 1. Nope, 2. Yeah, he gave the speed one as well. Certainly far, far, far too late to swap. Bows to 26. 26 fighting, 26 bows. I guess it's time to train some defenses. Level 21, time to train defenses. We should see our AC rocket up pretty quickly. Okay. This stuff we can tab. Well, no, we don't have RC, so that frost giant was a little spooky, so that's why I teleported. Okay. Still no particularly insanely nice longbows. But just a generic +9 one is totally fine. I just find myself wishing I hadn't rebranded this thing to Venom. We're really missing out on a lot of damage potential because of this. I may even enchant up a different one. Here comes an Ogre Mage, which is why I did MR++. He is in fact the paralyzed one. I'm gonna figure out how to change my RC file for the purposes of throwing, because I want to start doing characters where if you tab when something's next to you, it defaults to throwing rather than melee. This is pretty cool. Really good engagement spot. Well, not anymore. Now we've got Saint Roka, who will start smiting me. Excuse me. I'm allergic to Saint Roka. Okay, we kill the guy who was doing Word of Recall. And I guess I'll just try to kill Roka. Although he's mited. Wow, he's doing some work on me. Okay, we got him. Not so bad. We just kind of overextended a little bit there. Well, a lot. Anytime you go to half-life or thereabouts, that's a really good sign that you made a mistake. You can take calculated risks like that, and that's pretty much what that was. I mean, I was ready to use Fear, I was ready to teleport, I was ready to blink in the worst case scenario. But usually getting that low implies you made a mistake. Like, the only reason I didn't bail on that fight, that particular one, was because it was kind of obnoxious stuff to run from, and I wanted to see if I could just engage. And then do it without using consumables, and it worked out for me. And remember, I had blink if need be. Alright, don't want to get paralyzed. We use MR versus those guys. And this guy. Not a good collection of things here. Could get LCS'd at any moment, then we would have to blink. Trying to kill this guy first. He's the scariest thing on the board outside of anything that this Convoker might bring. Got him. Okay, now we'll focus the Convokers down. Alright, got him. Nice. I believe he gave me a gift a second ago. He did. It's a short bow. I am not even going to look at that. I also see some scale mail that could be good. It's okay, but not good enough to swap. We're actually doing quite nicely on body armor. +8 fire resistance plate. Whoa! I didn't realize I was on Vaults 4. Hello. You ever go into Vaults 5 accidentally? This is not the first time I've done this. It may be the first time I've done it on video. I don't remember, but I'm sure I've done this before. Well, we're gonna open up with magic resistance because I don't want to get paralyzed by the lich. I'm gonna make a note to myself to use magic resistance. We're not doing this floor yet. I'll just take these gentlemen with me. Okay, cool. Yeah, so not quite ready for that yet. I see that there is a hatch. That's always a good sign. Doesn't necessarily lead somewhere good, but it is an option. Let's go to Elf. We'll get a lot of piety in here is one of the reasons I've chosen to go here before slime. And because we're fighting everything at ranged, it's pretty easy for me to bail out against the nastier things. Try to stay far away from these. Plus we kill things very quickly before they get a chance to use ranged on me. The only slight annoyance here, well, there's two problems here. One is, well, these guys, and they're more of an annoyance than an actual risk. And the other is high level, oh boy, high-level elves. Yes, so I wasted my phantom mirror there, unfortunately. But I had to use a consumable because I misplayed that. I was tabbing too hard. And I didn't notice the demonologist until a few turns had passed. Let's see if I can't just kill him. Haven't taken much damage yet. I'll teleport if need be, but he goes down. Sweet. Okay, we don't want to be in line of sight of the High Priest unless we're able to attack him. This is fine. Okay, now hold up. Why is the fire elemental immune to damnation? I thought that damnation was no longer fire-based. It's not hellfire. Supposedly it was never fire-based. So that's kind of curious. But, oh wait, no, it's not. Never mind. It says it's already almost destroyed. Never mind. Okay, we got this nice little triple shop arrangement. We'll put the Lamp of Fire on the list of things to buy. Nothing else here that we would really want. So we'll get Lamp of Fire. Okay, there's a Whiz Lab. Let's just go in. Kill the air elementals first. I don't know if the Cloud Mage here has deflect missiles or not. If he does, this is gonna be a bit obnoxious. This is one of my least favorite Whiz Labs, right next to the Mystic Tower, because it's just not useful for certain characters, and I think it is better if Whiz Labs are useful to all characters, in my opinion. Wow, this guy's getting lightning rodded. Okay, let's go to safety. But then again, I think some pretty useful stuff can spawn in there. It's just usually books. I'm gonna find out one way or the other. Potions of magic. Like, Wukad Moose is useful for every character because it has a potion of experience. Galubria's Roulette is potentially useful to all characters. It has a bunch of artifact cloaks in it. The Moon Base can be useful to most characters because it just has good loot in general. And the Moon Troll's armor is useful to a wide variety of characters. Okay, here's our friend. He does not, in fact, have deflect missiles. He does have tornado, so let's kill him before he casts that, since that's quite powerful. Okay. Okay. I'm gonna burn this book. There's really no way I'm gonna get deflect missiles online. Well, you know what? I'm gonna keep it because there was the deflect missiles. There was the deflect missiles. What was it? It was a manual. Gonna drop some wands here to make some room. Alright, this was entirely worth it. I take back everything I said. Apparently a lot of haste spawns in here. So, yeah. Perfectly good. Haste, of course, is useful for any character, barring a Formicid or Worshipper of Che, but if you're worshipping Che, then, well, you deserve. You deserve to lose. Well, not lose the game, but lose out on haste, since you put yourself in that position. Okay, one shot the sorcerer. Nice. Got the sorcerer again. Not too worried about going to the abyss. I mean, we're level 22. We can take it. I'd prefer not to. But if I don't Trog's hand around those guys, it's not the end of the world. Okay, we'll go to Elf 3. And we'll get our first big giant pile of loot, which, if we're lucky, we'll have Sharnga in it. Buying some useful potions. Wow. So, CPA spawned. And I would certainly like to wear that, because CPA on a gargoyle is just hilarious. So we'll put it on the list. I don't know if we'll ever be able to afford it, but it is on the list. Alright, let's try to kill this thing. Okay, cool. Is this like an open vault? Okay, no it's not. I was getting a little concerned that it was some inner vault I hadn't seen before that was just wide open. That would be kind of tough. Okay, I know this isn't St. Roca's pack. It's just a generic horde of orcs. Because I already killed St. Roca. Let's see what this treasure vault wants. Shadow Dragon scales. That is doable. We'll save a couple enchant armors. This is actually an excellent vault for what we're doing. Nice long kill hole, really. We can use Lamp of Fire right about now for even more action. Of course, we don't have much in the way of evocations, so it's not exactly awesome the way it usually is. Wow, this is great. Well, let's kill the Demonologist first. You want to aim for high priests first if you can when they're on the field, because they increase the efficacy of every other mage. Let's take some steps back. We'll use this cloud against them since they won't go into it. Well, they can, but if they do, they're going to take damage. As for this Joker, kill him with lightning. Yeah, okay, we're out of stuff that lets me deal with this, so why don't we just reset the fight? Oh boy, don't take a hatch into Elf 2, because this can happen. I noticed that on this floor you tend to teleport into the vault more often than out of the vault. Usually I would say the vault is bigger than the rest of the floor, so that should not surprise you. I'm trying to not fight Agnes. Oh geez. We have one teleport left. We're gonna make a brother in arms. We're gonna walk away. Yes, that's good. Take this longbow. We may as well clear this now. Yeah, you know, for safety's sake, in case I forget to not take a hatch up, or in case I need to take a hatch up, I think I'm going to clear the Hall of Blades on any character where I can. It's free experience, and the only reason I don't clear it is to save time, usually. So yeah, from now on we're going to clear Hall of Blades, so I'm going to try to remember to do that. Wasted a bunch of teleport with the shenanigans in here. Alright, let's go up and rest up. Oh, come on. There we go. Master Archer is dead. Okay, that's pretty good. Basically just reset the fight until I got the engage I wanted on those guys. I didn't have to reset more than once or twice though, thanks to bows being awesome, but you could do that on any ranged character, or even a melee character. You could pull them up one at a time. I mean, that is the basic way to win at this game, is to learn to stair dance. Okay, this is definitely more than I'd like to fight at the same time. A lot of stuff in this vault. We focus on the annihilators first. Let's just explore everything before we go checking out the loot. Okay. definitely want to grab this Phantom Mirror. We'll drop Lightning. And all of these books are things we don't care about, so we'll burn them. For the piety bonus, really. Looks like we really haven't found anything incredible in here. Possibly some consumables. I wasn't really looking. We've got quite a lot of consumables, so that's cool. Not much teleport, but that's on me for foolishly taking a hatch and then trying to teleport my way out. Which maybe isn't even possible. I'm really not sure what the rules are for teleporting in and out of ruined doors. I believe that usually there's no proscription against that, so you should be able to teleport in and out. It's just, in my experience, it's very hard to teleport out of the Hall of Blades. Anyway, let's see, 40 minutes in. We've done Elf, we've done Vaults 1 through 4. Let's hit up Slime. Unfortunately, no Immolate. But we do have Phantom Mirror. And we have Sacks of Spiders, and we have Boxes of Beasts. If I were to train some evocations... if I were to Phantom Mirror TRJ, and if I were to make Brothers in Arms next to him, that would probably be good enough. We'll wear our core, and we'll wear our C+. And we'll kill these things. Okay, let's pull this stuff up. I'd rather not eat mutations here. Thankfully I don't, although we had a couple turns to do work there. This is going to be a little bit of a rickety strategy when it comes to my TRJ kill, but we'll worry about that when we get to Slime 5. We can kill things really quickly here. Now the Royal Jelly is resistant to poison, so this is just about the worst bow we could have asked for. To be honest, I'm tempted to use the +5 of freezing, which is available. And we could enchant it up to +7. In fact, yeah. Let's do that. It will be less effective versus Azure Jellies. But poison is just so ineffective in general in there. Geyser jellies are immune to poison, or resistant to poison anyway, so yeah, I would definitely rather have freezing. I mean, azure jellies aren't even immune to cold, oddly enough, so we'll get some more damage out of that. Probably should have been using Frog's Hand for that. Since I could technically be paralyzed. Actually, my MR is really horrible due to the rings that I'm wearing. Nice. Bows make it pretty easy to not get mutated in here since you can kill the Shining Eyes at range. Let's see what the percentages are. Yeah, we could get paralyzed and then slammed with Disintegrate, so I should use MR plus on that guy. I guess not every game is going to be like my Centaur run where Trog gave me Sharnga and then I ended up with like plus 30 slaying or something ludicrous like that. Oh boy, we come down and we're immediately next to a Shining Eye. But we take him out. Go back down. Let's try to clear this floor. Looks like, unfortunately, it's one of those ones that split. Take out the azure jelly first, since it's the scary thing. Whoa. Wow, it can hit for 88 damage. I thought it was the smaller one. Oh no. We may have to see blink. This is bad. I'm gonna heal wounds. And I guess I'm gonna, as much as I don't want to, I'm gonna see blink. I'm gonna go up. That was dumb. I'm at a loss as to why that slime creature decided to merge so heavy. Usually they don't do that. Usually if there's spaces around you, they will simply if there's space around you, they will just surround you. I should have just gone up as soon as I realized they were doing that. I may have just locked myself out of Slime 5, but I don't think so. I have like a million. Actually, why don't we just magic map? I have like a million digging, so yeah, we'll just dig in. Okay, so we have 2 exits now. 2 downstairs. We only have 2 teleports. We have 0 blinking. That's something to keep in mind. But we do have 2 scrolls of summoning, so we're able to kill TRJ. I didn't realize I had those. And we have about 4 million hastes. Well, we have 7, but it's quite a lot. we definitely don't want to get paralyzed with this other stuff around. That would be a death sentence. We got Berserkitis, no big deal, we're using ranged, so it can't affect me. Even so, I do have 5 mutation if I do want to mutate that off. And there's TRJ. We're going to use MR++. I see that... I see that this guy's here, so I'll put on my MR++ ring, or MR plus ring. And we're going to go up. Thankfully, TRJ didn't really hit me. I hate the fact that there was a golden eye right next to him. But we can deal with that. We can work around that. Now I got dexterity, and I'm at a loss as to why that gave me a point of AC. Maybe I'm ignorant about something about how that works. So many short bows, Trog. Now, I see some interesting loot here. We'll take a closer look. In particular, this plate mail artifact interests me. Could be nice. But we'll take a closer look when we actually get in. There's TRJ. I'm gonna haste. I'm gonna agility. He hits me already, unfortunately. I'm gonna might. I'm gonna throw a net after I take a step. And I'm gonna summon. This'll do. It's not quite perfect, but it'll do. Actually, I'm gonna make a Brother-in-Arms as well. And we'll net him. We got him in the net. We'll take him out with bows. Nice. And we have a lot of evocations now. We'll go back to training defenses. I don't particularly care about that book, even if it does have butterflies in it. Don't care about evasion. Don't really care about pro-fire. Certainly don't care about wizardry. Don't care about summonings. Book of Battle is actually pretty good. We'll leave that one. Actually, no. The only thing I would really particularly want out of there is regeneration. And we're going to be worshipping Zin later, so that's right out. So we'll just burn these books. Got a decent amount of consumables, which will at least replace the ones that I used in this fight. Plate armor's no good. Could have been, though. Definitely worth checking out. Scroll of Summoning. Is it worth braving the Zot Trap? I'm gonna go with yes. It's not like we can apport it, unfortunately. Considering we're worshipping Trog. Yeah, okay. You feel terrible. Okay. Well, we gained a Scroll of Summoning to replace the one we used. Pretty cool stuff, honestly. Now, what do we want to do next? This character does not really have the resources to do Vaults 5 safely. I want to do it right now, don't get me wrong, but I don't have the resources. I do have the resources to roll through crypts really fast, and that might provide me with what I need. It will provide me with some extra experience as well, and Lignify is the perfect tool to fight against skulls, and even if I do eat a torment, I am resistant to it. So it's not a huge deal if I eat a single one. Yeah. So I think we'll go into Crypt next just for some easy, quick experience. And then if that doesn't really do much for me, we'll hit Depths and just roll through that. Now, we do have a Trove. With a Trove, the Trove wants Shadow Dragon armor +2. We only have 1 enchant armor, but as soon as we have 2, I think I'm going to be inclined to maybe go into Depths immediately, because I would really like to see what's in that Trove. We're not going to find any Shadow Dragons in Crypt, but on the other hand, I'm not really in a huge rush. That Trove could turn out to be nothing useful. Then again, if I'm lucky, it's a big trove of bows, and one of them will turn out to be Sharnga. So we're going to end the video here. We'll park the character at Crypts. We'll go in. I can't imagine it's going to be a huge problem. Let's put our good rings back on. Pro Magic and Resist Corrosion. Or Pro Magic and EV +4, Strength +7. And yeah, the only thing I could think of in here that's going to be a real issue are Ancient Liches and to a lesser degree regular Liches, and that's mainly because I'm going to need to have very high MR to cover fighting them, and also because I won't kill them fast enough probably for them to avoid them getting into range and slamming me with LCS potentially. But we do have some Holy Word to use against them. I can always use Brothers in Arms. You know, I have options. I have some evocations now, so these wands could come in handy. I could probably scattershot them to death, so on and so forth. So we'll just kind of see where that takes me. Yeah. So next time Crypts, then Depths, maybe Vaults 5. We'll kind of see where it goes. Until then, I'm signing out.